What can $400,000 get you here in Burleson, Texas? Well, I'm going to tell you that in this week's video, so stick around. Oh my gosh, you guys actually stuck around. Well, thank you so much. If you don't know me, my name is Danae Hewitt, and I am a real estate agent here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I've been selling homes here since 2018, and I love going around to different cities to show you what you can get for your money. So I'm back in Burleson, Texas today. And why did I choose $400,000? Well, because that is the average sales price of homes here in this city as of July 2025. So I'm going to show you 3 different homes today, right around that same price point, and you can see which home you like and what kind of style home you like and if that works for you. So I'm at the first house today, and obviously it is trash day. It is trash day, but we are in a pretty new community here. The home that I'm actually walking up on right now was built in 2022, and there are still some homes available for sale. They're actually building a couple like towards the back of the neighborhood. Let me give you the stats on this house. It is $410,000. It is 2,648 square feet, built in 2022, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2-car garage, plus an office. Let me show you the house here, right there behind me. I have to say, I love the outside of the home because it's white with like that pop of, it's a really, really dark gray. It's not a black, but the roof has black shingles, which I love. And of course, with the house being built so recently, the insides of the home are really updated and to, really to today's standards of what a lot of buyers are looking for. Now, this home is not being sold by the builder. This home is being sold by a homeowner. So this homeowners were probably buying directly from the builder, and now a few years later, they of course are selling it. Now, this community does have an HOA, which is $550 a year, which is usually billed right in January. And I drove around, I didn't see a pool or a neighborhood or a community center. I could have missed that. Don't get me wrong, I could have missed that. But a lot of times you also have HOAs for maintenance of common grounds. Right now, I don't see any mailboxes in front of each property. So there is going to be like a community mailbox. So maybe there's like a little area around there with some grass that needs to be mowed, or maybe something's planted there, who knows. Also, the entrance of the community is something that would be maintained by the HOA as well. Like I said, there still are a couple of lots available for sale and a couple of homes down towards the end of the neighborhood that are currently being built right now. Other than that, all these homes around here are all built, so you're not going to be driving into a bunch of traffic or construction noise or anything like that. All right, well, I'm going to drive around so you can see what I see, and then we are going to head to house number 2. Before I get telling you about house number 2, please like this video and maybe share it with somebody, because the algorithm loves all of those things. So house number 2 is very different from house number 1. This house is listed for $407,000, but it is almost on 1 acre of property. We're at 9/10 of an acre. One thing I really love about this house is how far back the house is from the road. I mean, that's a pretty far setback, which is actually really nice, especially for privacy and for traffic noise, like the truck that's driving by right now. All right, so the stats on this house, it is 2,544 square feet. Built in 1996, it is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms with a 2-car garage. And again, like I said, almost on an acre of property. There's no HOA here. As I was driving through the neighborhood, had to get through one neighborhood to get to this one. I mean, doesn't seem like there's any deed restrictions on anything. I saw some goats running around. There's shops there. People are storing their RVs, and, things like that. So you pretty much it looks like you would have a lot of flexibility here with this property. The nice thing with this house is that, yes, it's built in 1996, but it is pretty much all upgraded on the inside. Of course, you would come in, you would do your home inspection to see if there's anything like underneath that we can't see that might be wrong with the house. All right, let me drive around so you can see what I see, and then we will move on to the last house of the tour today. Okay, this cute little neighborhood for house number 3, I really, really like it. It is very close to Bailey Lake, and if you don't know what Bailey Lake is, then you have missed my city tour of Burleson that I put up on my channel a while ago. So I'm gonna link it here. Definitely go and check it out so that you can see a little bit more of the city of Burleson and what the city is all about. I go to a couple of places. I go to Bailey Lake Park and I go to downtown Burleson just to kind of help you guys get a feel to see if this is the type of city that you would want to move to. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know that this subdivision was even here, because you actually drive through an older subdivision. Those houses were probably built in the 70s or 80s that I just drove through, and then it's like boom, fairly new houses here. So we're gonna call this neighborhood, these are all garden homes. So they have a very, very, very small front porch. So if you do not want yard maintenance, then this just might be the home for you. I'm walking up on it right now. So this house is $410,000. It's only 1,513 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with a detached 2-car garage. And it was built in 2017. And the cool thing about that garage is, yes, it is detached, but it does have a covered walkway to get from the garage to the house in, inclement weather. When I was looking in the description, it's a larger 2-car garage. It's got like a 10 by 10 workspace, which is obviously great for storage. But it looks like all of the homes in this community all have the detached 2-car garage, and they all have like a drive-through wrought iron gate. And my thought is, for the detached part of it, is that these lots are very narrow, but they're long. So instead of attaching the garage to the house on a wider lot, they've just built these so that the garage is kind of behind the house, because the lot size has the length, but it doesn't have the width. But as I drive through this neighborhood and finish out this video, I want you to see how different each of the houses are. Some of them just have a siding exterior. Some of them just have brick. Some of them have siding and stone and brick. So they're all very different. They're all very unique, which I really, really like about this neighborhood. And I was very surprised to find out that there is no HOA in this neighborhood. Very, very surprised about that, because typically when we see new houses being built, they're going to be built in an HOA. That's just how it is in DFW. All right, if you had a $400,000 budget and you are moving to Burleson, please let me know which house you would purchase. 1, 2, or 3. Let me know in the comments below. If there's another city that you would like me to hit here in the Metroplex, please, please, please let me know, and I will be happy to feature that on my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.